You just paid an extra $150 for Economy Plus or a premium seat, thinking you were getting an upgrade. But what if I told you that seat actually has less width than a standard seat, no recline, and will trap you in freezing cold temperatures for the entire flight? As a 13-year flight attendant, I am exposing the 3 premium seats that are a total waste of your money. Seats that the airlines market to you as luxury, but are actually traps. And this is exactly why I started this channel. I am tired of seeing the airlines hide these ripoffs behind colorful seat maps, secret algorithms, and fancy marketing terms. You worked hard for that money. You should be spending it on the comfort you deserve, not buying a downgrade disguised as an upgrade. If you want to fly on your next trip in a seat that is actually worth the money, maybe even with an empty seat next to you. If you want to beat the airline algorithms and pick a seat like an insider, then hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon right now. Because today, I'm going to save that $150 in your pocket. All right, let's be honest. Buying a plane ticket these days is like walking through a minefield. It used to be simple. You bought a ticket, you got a seat. Now it's class warfare. Basic economy, main cabin extra, comfort plus, preferred seating, premium economy. Airlines use billion-dollar algorithms to manipulate you when you open that seat map. What do you see? A sea of X's, occupied seats. And then those shiny, tempting green or orange seats. They have price tags, plus $49, plus $89, plus $149. Your brain tells you, well, they are asking for extra money, so this seat must be better. That is the biggest lie the airlines tell you. The equation, more expensive equals better, does not apply to airplane seats. In my 13-year career, I have seen the look of disappointment on the faces of hundreds of passengers sitting in those premium seats. Why doesn't my seat recline? Why is it so cold here? Why can't I feel my legs? Today, I am exposing the bitter truth beneath that premium label. The 3 biggest traps you need to avoid. Trap 1, the bulkhead seat, the squeeze class. This is the row at the very front of the cabin or section, often sold as Economy Plus or Main Cabin Extra. The airline promise, marketing. No one in front of you, no one reclining into your lap, maximum legroom. Be the first off the plane? Price tag. Usually plus $80 to plus $150. The passenger. Thought, great, my knees won't hurt, I won't have a stranger in my lap. This is worth the money. The insider reality, why it's a ripoff. This seat is the single biggest physical trap on the plane, especially for travelers over 45 who value hip width and comfort. Why? Let's do the math. 1. The width trap. In a standard economy seat, the armrests are movable. You can lift them up. This allows you to share space with your partner or just have that extra inch of hip room to adjust. But in the bulkhead, because there is no seat in front of you, where are your tray table and your TV screen hiding? Yes, inside the armrest. This means those armrests are fixed, solid metal, and immovable. Also, to fit the tray table inside, they are 2 to 3 inches wider than normal. The result? Your actual seating area is about 2 inches narrower than a standard economy seat. You paid $150 for more space, but the airline gave you a narrower cage with solid metal barriers digging into your hips. On a 6-hour flight, the pressure of that metal on your bones makes you forget all about that extra legroom. 2. The no storage rule. I mentioned this in my Flying with Kids video, but it's just as annoying for adults. Because there is no seat in front of you, you have no place to put your bag, laptop, book, or water. For takeoff and landing, which can sometimes take 45 minutes combined, everything you own must be locked in the overhead bin. You can't reach your laptop while climbing. You can't read your book while descending. You pay $150, and your right to access your own bag is taken away. 3. The baby factor. These seats are often the only place on the plane where baby bassinets can be attached. You paid extra for a peaceful flight with legroom, but there is an 80% chance that the seat next to you, or on the wall right in front of you, will be occupied by a 6-month-old teething baby who cries for 10 hours. I have endless respect for babies and families. Helping them is part of my job. But if you paid extra money looking for peace and quiet, you do not want to sit at the Wailing Wall. The verdict: narrower seat plus fixed armrests plus no storage plus baby risk equals a $150 torture device. Trap 2, the exit row, the icebox. This is the holy grail everyone chases. The airline promise. Marketing: limousine legroom, cross your legs, freedom, price tag. Usually plus $100 to plus $200, or requires elite status. The passenger thought, I'm tall, my knees don't fit. This seat will be my savior. The insider reality: why it's a ripoff. Yes, the legroom is amazing, I can't deny that, but there is fine print the airlines don't write on that price tag, and these details can turn your flight into a nightmare. 1. The no recline zone. Most planes have 2 exit rows, one behind the other. If you pick the first exit row, the front one, congratulations. You made a huge mistake. Why? Because there is a second exit row behind you, and per safety regulations, you cannot block an emergency exit path. What does that mean? Your seat does not recline. It is locked. Imagine a 10-hour flight to London. You paid $150 extra. Your legs are happy, yes, but your back? Locked at a rigid 90-degree angle. You can never relax. You can never sleep. Meanwhile, the person in the standard economy seat in front of you reclines all the way back. Your premium space shrinks, and they sleep while you sit in a rigid chair. 2. The Siberian cold. Emergency exit doors are not insulated like the rest of the fuselage. That door is the thinnest point between you and the minus 60-degree air outside. The draft leaks in around the seals of that door. I don't recall a single flight where the passenger in the window exit seat didn't ask me for 3 more blankets halfway through the flight. You paid for that scenic, spacious seat, but you are actually sitting inside a refrigerator for 10 hours. If you have to sit in your winter coat, what is the point of the comfort? 3. The windowless window seat. Because of the door mechanism and thickness on many aircraft types, especially the Boeing 737, the window seat in the exit row actually has no window. Or the window is so far forward you have to break your neck to see out. Instead, your shoulder is pressed against a giant plastic door protrusion. It's cold, there's no view, and there's no armrest, because the door is there. The verdict: no recline, plus freezing cold, plus no view, a $150 chiropractic bill. Trap 3. Preferred seating, the impatience tax. This is the airline algorithm's biggest and most sneaky scam. The airline promise, marketing, front of the plane, deplane faster, standard seat but preferred location, price tag plus $39 to plus $79. The passenger thought, these seats are green and say preferred. That must mean they are better. I don't want to sit in the back near the toilet. The insider reality. Why it's a ripoff. These seats are literally the exact same seat as row 35E in the back. Same width, same pitch, same food, same service. Do you know the only difference? It is 15 feet closer to the door. You are paying $50 to $80 just to get off the plane 3 minutes earlier. In the industry, we call this the impatience tax. 1. Crowds and stress. Preferred seats are usually between rows 10 and 20. This is the zone where everyone boarding the plane walks past, bumps their bags into you, and stands over you while waiting in the aisle. These seats take the most physical abuse during boarding. Everyone's backpack hits your shoulder. 2. The overhead bin war. Because these seats are sold as priority, everyone here maximizes their carry-on allowance. The overhead bins here fill up first. You paid $50 to sit up front, but because there is no bin space left, you might have to check your bag to row 35. When you land, you have to wait for the entire plane to empty just to go back and get your bag. Your advantage is 0. 3. The algorithm lie. During check-in, the airline makes it look like only middle seats are left to force you to buy these paid seats. But the truth, speaking as an insider, is that many of these preferred seats are actually empty. If you are patient, you can often get these seats assigned for free at the gate, but you pay in advance out of fear and algorithmic pressure. The verdict: same seat, plus more crowds, plus impatience tax. A $50 waste. Bonus trap 1. The upgrade auction scam. We talked about physical seats, but now I want to talk about the sneakiest digital bait the airlines throw at you. 48 hours before your flight, you get that email. Congratulations! You can bid for an upgrade to business class. There is a slider on the screen. It gives you options between a weak offer and a strong offer. The passenger thought, wow, I can snag a $2,000 seat for maybe $300. Let me bid $350 and try my luck. The insider reality. This is a casino, and the house always wins. The worst seat guarantee. If your bid is accepted, which means they took your money, they don't give you the best seat in business class. They give you the leftover seats, the one right next to the lavatory, the one with the galley noise, or the exposed seat next to a stranger. Even business class has bad seats, and the auction winners become the kings of that trash heap. No refunds, no changes. Upgrades bought via auction are usually restricted. If you need to change your flight, that $350 burns. It is never refunded. The math error. Often, the fixed-price cash upgrade offer presented at check-in, 24 hours prior, is cheaper than the average bid you made in the auction. The airline uses your fear and excitement to extract more money from you as a bid than they would have sold it for normally. My advice: delete that email. If you really want the upgrade, wait for check-in and see the fixed price. Bonus trap 2. The equipment swap nightmare. This is the fastest and most uncontrollable way to throw $150 in the trash. And airlines legalize it with fine print. Let's say you did your homework. You picked a great premium seat. Boeing 777 Seat 12A. Window, perfect location. You paid $120. On the day of the flight, you get to the gate. You look out the window, and there is no Boeing 777. Instead, there is a smaller Boeing 787 or Airbus A330. The airline says, we changed the aircraft type for operational reasons. The insider reality: when the plane changes, the seat map scrambles. The computer system randomly reassigns the current passengers to the new plane. Your carefully chosen, paid-for 12A window seat? It doesn't exist anymore. Where did the system put you? 24E. A middle seat between two strangers. And what about the $120 you paid? When you go to the airline and say, give me my money back, they give you this answer. Did we get you from point A to point B? Yes. Did we keep you in the Economy Plus class? Yes, even if it's technically a middle seat. To get that money back, you have to fight with customer service for months and fill out forms. Most passengers just give up. The airline pockets the money for a service they didn't provide. My advice: if there is an equipment swap, talk to the gate agent before you board. Politely but firmly say, the seat I paid for no longer exists. Please give me an equivalent, or better, seat on the new plane, or I am requesting downgrade compensation. Once you step on the plane, your bargaining power is 0. Fix it at the gate. So, what should you do? The insider solution. Okay, Catherine, if everywhere is bad, where do we sit? How do we find comfort without throwing money away? Here is a crew secret. Poor man's business class. Don't spend your money on the bulkhead or exit row. Instead, do this. Aim for the back. Yes, I know, the back. But the back, not right next to the lavatory, but 3 to 4 rows in front of it, is statistically the emptiest part of the plane. If the plane isn't 100% full, the empty seats are always in the back. The seat map hack. Do not check 24 hours prior. Check 1 hour prior at the gate. Go to the gate agent, smile, and maybe give them the chocolates I mentioned in my previous video, and ask, "How full is the flight? Is there an aisle seat in the back with an empty seat next to it?" Sitting in the back for free with an empty seat next to you is true comfort. Much better than paying $150 to sit in a narrow bulkhead. That empty middle seat becomes your tray table, your armrest, and your extra space. If you are lucky, you might even get poor man's flatbed, an empty row of 3. You lift the armrests and lie down. That is more comfortable than the $200 exit row. And it's free. Let's recap. Bulkhead. Narrower due to fixed armrests and no storage. Don't buy it. First exit row. No recline and freezing cold. Don't buy it. Preferred seats. Just a standard seat. It's a money trap. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money on these traps. Save that $150 for a nice dinner in your destination city or for your airport parking fees. Remember my first video? Comfort doesn't come from the money you pay. It comes from the insider knowledge you have. Now I'm asking you, have you ever paid for a premium seat and regretted it? Did you freeze in that exit row? Share your story in the comments. Let everyone see how the airlines tricked us. And if this video just kept $150 in your pocket, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I am determined to not only keep you safe, but to keep you rich. I'm Catherine. In the next video, we are going to talk about that water tank secret on the plane and why you should never order coffee. Fly smart and rich.